Hello and welcome to the channel. In this video, I am going to show you the book that I used to learn Portuguese in 2018. So you can see that this is a Duolingo Kindle book which is Portuguese in 3 months. This book can be bought with 3 CDs, but I didn't buy the CDs because I could not find them in India. But I think this book is really a value for money. So let's go step by step. So in the first you can see that there is a pronunciation section, and the pronunciation you can see that the words are given with romanized pronunciations, right? And the thing is that you will learn to speak European style Portuguese if you follow these pronunciation rules. But what I want to suggest to you that if you want to learn Portuguese, you should fix the pronunciation you want to follow. If you want to go with European style Portuguese, then you should continue reading this book following that pronunciation pattern only. And this book has the pronunciation notations in European style Portuguese. But if you plan to follow Brazilian style Portuguese, then you should read this book following the Brazilian style Portuguese only. I think the series contain Portuguese from Europe. So let's look into other content. If you look into week by week, you can see that this book has almost, that means a 3-month course. Yes, it is that. And you can see that the not only pronunciations are given very well, but also the grammar portions are very well demarcated. And the thing that I really liked about this book is that this book has this dedicated exercise and vocabulary section. The exercises are very good, and if you practice these exercises diligently, then you will be able to have a good command over at least the writing. And not only the book has the vocabulary, but also you can see, if you go into the later half of the book, you will see that not only the vocabulary is there, but also they have the phrases like meses muito quentes, like very hot months. So you see, not only there are the new words, but also there are phrases you can directly use in sentences. And also the exercises, I have marked the sentences which are little idiomatic and hard, so that I can revise them properly. So this is a suggestion that if you are using this book, which is your own personal book, then you can mark the important aspects and highlight the points which will really help you learn. And if you go and see the Italian video which I made in this channel, I have also shown that book in a detailed way, and this book has a very common get up to that Italian book. But there is one significant difference. The one significant difference is that this book has the dialogues without the English translations, right? You can see that there is no English translation. So this is a big advantage of this book, that it gives you a much greater exposure to Portuguese. Means you get to study more Portuguese within the pages of this book than you get to study the Italian in the Italian book. Or the Italian book has less percentage of Italian in the whole book than this book has percentage of Portuguese. So this is a good thing, I think. And you can also see the vocabularies have been marked. Also in every week of the book, you can see that learning objectives are very clearly written, and where it is necessary, the chapter starts with grammar, and where after that you always get some good exercises and a need of, you can also see that the verb tables are very well represented, and also the grammar is there, and after that you get some conversation. So you can say that this book gives emphasis on grammar and exercises, and after that vocabulary. So if you follow this book thoroughly and you have a set pronunciation rules, or you can say you know which Portuguese to speak, you can choose to speak Brazilian Portuguese or European style. So this book generally gives you a very good exposure to, First of all, writing, because your grammar will be very good if you follow this book. And next, you get to learn important vocabulary. And after that, reading. But listening and speaking is bit off in this book, because most of the speaking you are going to learn in this book is from the dialogue section only. So you will have to guess from instinctively what you need to say. So in that case, I will suggest you should book some native teacher or watch some YouTube videos or YouTube playlist to improve your speaking. Other than that, if you go towards the end of the book, it has some dedicated chapters which are on reading. If you remove, you can see that this is a reading exercise. Means it is a reading content. It is in the 11th week, and you can see on the right there is English translation. What I would suggest that when you are reading this Portuguese content, you should read the Portuguese content, and whenever you fail to understand what is the English meaning, only then you should look into the English. And after that, try to reverse translate back from English to Portuguese. So this will boost your writing abilities. And at the last, this book has also a letter section, so that prepares you for the exam. And this is a section that is not present in the Italian book, because this portion teaches you Portuguese idioms. So this is another feature, I think it is very good of this book. And last but not the least, the verb tables. So I think this book is very good for you to learn. If you know how to speak Portuguese, at least you have the pronunciation side of the language fixed. And after that, if you be a self learner, you can continue to learn with this book and refer to YouTube playlist videos for improved listening and speaking practice. So listening and speaking is, I will give this book, if you do not have the series, then listening and speaking will be 2 stars maximum. But writing, because the grammar exercises are so good, you can see that the end, the exercises are very well, solutions are given, and I have also marked those sentences which are little bit tricky or not easy to solve. So writing and reading is very well helped by this book, and this book has a very compact material. So that's all for this video. I hope you understand this. Any doubts, anything you do not understand, you want some more points to focus on, you can let me know in the comments. Thank you.